Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rust Belt Collector here, and today I've got another haul video for you. Haven't had really much to review lately because honestly everything I've been getting is secondhand. I haven't been getting much new stuff, just been adding to the collection small figures here and there. So it's been tough to do reviews. The stores have been empty when I go out shopping and looking for anything. My pre-orders have been left unfulfilled even from Hasbro and Entertainment Earth, so you guys are getting a haul from a local toy show that went down about a week ago or so, maybe more when this gets uploaded, who knows. I'm terribly inconsistent with uploading, but anyways, yeah, I hit up a local toy show and I was able to get some pretty awesome stuff there, I think. We'll get this guy out of the way and we'll get right into what I picked up. I'm going to try and do this in order of, let's see, I'm going to do this in the order in which I picked it up at the show. So starting off, I picked up this right here. If you saw my Tartakovsky collection tour, you know that I had 3 out of the 4 of these guys from the Unleashed line. I was missing this one right here, I believe, the crouched one. And so I figured what better way to complete it than get it new in the package. However, while I was walking around the show, I think it got crumpled here. You can see that crease line there. It got really bent out of shape. Either that or I didn't notice it when I bought it. I'm not sure which one, but unfortunately, I might open this up now because of that damage, and I don't know what I'll do with my other pack of these guys, but yeah, that's a little bit disappointing, but I got it for a good price. I'm not complaining about that at all. Happy to have that 4th one out of this set, and maybe I'll just have 2 Fordos standing around. I'm not sure, but yeah, I got the Unleashed ARC Trooper pack, and I'm really excited about that. Someday I'll try and track down the Jedi vs. Sith one because that's also Tartakovsky Clone Troopers. And I noticed on the back of this, I never noticed this before, but the 501st one, the 501st Unleashed pack, it includes a generic, like, clone commander, I guess. He's got a comma and a pauldron, but he just has the standard, like, Phase 1 501st markings. So I'd be interested to see that one in person and see what his design is like, because that is really cool. It looks like, actually, now that I'm looking at it, it looks like it uses Devis's body from the 327th Battle Pack. They just swapped it out with a Phase 1 helmet. If that's the case, that's really cool, and hopefully I can track that down someday. Anyways, yeah, that was the first thing that I picked up at the show. Secondly, I picked up this guy right here. You're not going to see him very well. I think I showcased previously that I do collect some 1/6 scale like military figures, both World War I and World War II. I do have a World War II U.S. military Ardennes Forced like winter gear soldier from Dragon Toys, and so I wanted to get an Ardennes Forest German to go alongside him. So this here is a World War II Panzer Grenadier from Dragon Toys as well. I kitted him out. All this accessories and stuff had to be put on him. He's really cool. I just want to be clear, you know, I'm not in any way advocating or supporting the ideologies of those militaries at the time. Of course, that was a very, very bad regime. However, I just wanted to have it in my collection along with my other military items, like my actual military items. So now I have an Ardennes American. I now have also an Ardennes German. He's just going to have to be from the waist down for now because he's too big to fit in the actual frame, but definitely a cool figure overall in terms of like articulation and detail. Dragon Toys did a fantastic job with their 1/6 scale line. I hope to get more Americans like paratroopers and stuff in the future for toy photography's sake. That is one of the things that I really enjoy doing with these figures. I've already done it with my World War I figures, so hopefully I can get some more World War II figures and explore more of that. Next up, this one comes with rather a cool story. There's a guy there that I met just once in passing when they had the toy show last year. The last year was their first time. This year was their second time hosting the show, and I met the guy there just briefly. Chad is his name. I'm not going to shout out like anything else just in case he doesn't necessarily want it shouted out, but yeah, I met him there, and he recognized me like on the spot, mask and everything. He's like, "Oh, hey, it's Rust Belt Collector," and I was like, "Holy crap, I didn't realize you'd actually like remember me." Anyways, he had set a figure aside from his table, and he's like, "I was hoping you'd be here today because I wanted to show you this." And this is Bolter Swan. I got there's a little bit of a hair there, but this is Bolter Swan from the Evolutions pack that came with, I think, Qui-Gon Jinn, Bolter Swan, and then Luke Skywalker in like his Jedi Knight outfit, like in Legends. I think that's what this is from. That was the only image that I ever saw of this version of Bolter Swan. There's another one from a comic pack, but this one specifically I think is from that pack. But anyways, he gave me a really good deal on it. I really appreciate that, dude. Maybe if you're watching, I know you follow me on Instagram. I don't know if you check out the YouTube, but he gave me a killer deal on it, and I'm really excited to use this for toy photography because I like to use the more generic or lesser known Jedi characters when I do toy photography. Everybody photographs Obi-Wan and Anakin, Mace Windu. It's nice to have some lesser known characters in there, and this is one of them. And that makes it really cool to actually have one in the collection, especially since they just get harder and harder to find as time goes on. But yeah, cool articulation, cool detail, really nice sculpt work. I love the wash on the boots that gives it that really like grungy, weathered look. Articulation is pretty solid for a Jedi figure. The rubber cape does inhibit some articulation, but still not bad. The interesting thing is with this figure that the elbows turn inwards rather than up and down. So as you can see here, rather than going like up here at a 90, instead the arm turns inward like that. So I assume if I had like a lightsaber or something for her, this would be so that she could do a two-handed lightsaber grip and the folds of the fabric would be in the right position, like draping downwards, which is cool actually. It's rather unique in terms of like Jedi figures because most of them the joints go up like this and the fabric folds down. This one was intentionally designed so that she could do a double-handed pose, which I think is perfect. So yeah, there's this figure, Bolter Swan. I think that's how you say her name. Thank you again, Chad, for this. I'm really glad to have her added to the collection. And let's see, up next, I believe we have this guy right here. And oddly enough, this clone trooper, the 501st from the Saga collection, this is one of, I think, I could be wrong, this is possibly the first clone trooper I ever had. It's either this one or the ATTE Gunner. They're the same mold, just different paint apps and a few different accessories. But either way, it was one of the first clone troopers I ever had. It has been since lost to time, but I found this one and it was complete. It had its little removable pad on the shoulder. The helmet was in good condition. Everything came together, and I got it for like 10 bucks, and that's pretty good for a clone trooper nowadays. Especially, you know, I would say that this one is actually a pretty decent trooper. It's not as good as the antenna mold. It does have swivel elbows, but like as you can see, this is a pretty solid pose for it. You can also get it into a really nice like action pose. Even with the swivel elbows, they thought it through. They may not have included like hinge and swivels like we would want, but he can definitely look down the lines of sight on his blaster. He's also got the outwards at the hips, which I think is really cool. Very underrated with this figure because you can get him into a really nice crouching position with no trouble at all, which is impossible with the later antenna mold figures. So yeah, I don't know. This is a slept-on figure, I feel like. Everybody wants the antenna mold 501st. I do think it's a really nice figure, especially when army building. But if you need to fill out the ranks or you want a little bit more posability, I would say definitely go for this one because it's a really solid figure. And I hadn't owned one since that first one that I had as a kid. And getting my hands on it again, I think I might actually be willing to go for more of these just for like toy photos and stuff because the posability is quite exceptional. So anyways, yeah, I'm happy to have this one in the collection. The only weird thing, I do like this base, this really cool Jedi Temple base. Still haven't figured out how the heck these were meant to interlock, like if there was a playset that they were supposed to interlock with or what. But it came with this cool base, which I love. And the only thing that's weird is that these all had like Geonosis sand weathering on the boots. And I never understood that because, you know, in Revenge of the Sith, when these guys were first released, they were only ever seen in the Jedi Temple. So I never understood where they were getting mud on their boots from. But, you know, there's that. He's cool. I'm stoked to have him for sure. So yeah. Then we have this, and yes, I did overpay a little bit for this guy. I think I paid like 20 bucks for him, which I figure when I factored in shipping, if I bought him online, I'd be paying about 20 bucks as it is, so I'll forgive myself. But this is the new vintage collection Boba Fett figure from Empire Strikes Back, or not Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi rather, I'm sorry. This is an amazing figure. This is the best version of Boba Fett that I think I have ever seen. Soft goods cape, really cool paint apps. I don't want to talk too much about it because I think I will do a full review on this figure on my main channel, on this channel that you're watching this on, I guess. I'll try and do a full review of it, so I won't go too much into detail, but I got him for what I think is a fair price, a little bit high, but still fair, and he is so cool. And then finally, kind of a 2-for-1 deal on the last booth of the day. As I was headed out the door, I got two things from the same booth. This, the Concept Snowspeeder from like 1990 something, Power of the Force line. You can like pop the wings out. I basically bought this to customize it and use it as like a prop in some of my toy photos, in some of my custom dioramas and stuff. I'll probably take the stickers off and just paint it up to look like some sort of cool sci-fi, cyberpunk style spacecraft. But yeah, I got a good price on it. I'm happy. Haven't ever owned one of those, so it's kind of cool to see all the different play features it had. And then finally, I got this. This is one of those classic Exoforce Lego sets. Definitely an underrated theme. You can definitely see all the classic anime, manga influences that Lego was pulling from with these. Kind of a Gundam style mech suit with the anime Lego minifigure in there. I can drop that down, there we go. And yeah, I haven't owned one of these for ages, and I saw this one again, and I asked the guy if he'd make a deal if I bought this and the Snowspeeder, and he kindly did, so I was more than happy to take both off his hands. So I got this set. It's got this cool spinning blade that like you can kind of like retract it, and then if you spin it, they spin outwards with a centrifugal force. It is, I don't know, it's so cool. This is going to go on a shelf for sure. I haven't had an Exoforce set in a long time, and this is a really cool one. He's got the spinning Gatling gun on this arm. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just really cool. The stickers were intact. It was complete, which is really nice to see. The stickers aren't really aligned very well. They could be better for sure, but I'm not going to try and peel them off to reapply them because that's just a pain in the butt. I hate Lego stickers. I would rather they just did printed pieces, even though I know that's more expensive. It's such a pain to try and apply them, but there we go. This is obviously a very short video, just going over the haul, but I was pretty happy with it just to spend a quick little hour running around the event, and yeah, it was nice. It was a good time. I'm really happy with what I was able to pick up, so yeah, that's where I'm going to wrap up this video. If you want to leave a like, subscribe, comment, all those good things, I do appreciate it. Down below, there's a link in the description to my social media. My Instagram is where I do all my toy photography, so you'll be seeing like Bolter Swan and the 501st up there soon, I'm sure. As always, there's a P.O. box address down there if you feel like sending anything into the channel. And as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video.